Hello everybody, welcome back to Matty Reacts, the channel where we take a look at things we've never watched or listened to before, and we're taking a look at something I presume is going to be quite interesting today. I presume anything that I've picked to look at is quite interesting because that's why I pick it. But this popped up last week, but I didn't get a chance to take a look at it last week, and it's Stranger Things 5: One Last Adventure. Now I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a recap. I don't know if it's interviews with the cast. I haven't watched even a single second of this, so I have no idea, but I'm very interested in watching it and finding out, because the final season is only round the corner now. It's not much longer, so we're in October already, guys. Can you believe it? So we're going to take a look at this and see, you know, what it's all about, and take it from there.
There's something magical about childhood. We wanted to do what we could to capture that feeling.
Okay, so it's a bit of a recap and an interview.
The story of Stranger Things.
When I read that pilot, I thought it was one of the best pilots I'd ever read. It felt so pure and just beautiful.
We were just a bunch of random kids from different places that just loved our characters. We loved this story.
Yeah, I can completely understand that, because I think from day one of watching it, you know, from episode 1, it really did capture that sort of 80s buddy movie feeling, that sort of Goonies style film. It really did well to capture that feeling in a modern production, you know what I mean? And I guess that's what they're talking about there.
Different places that just loved our characters. We loved this story.
Smile and wave. Hello.
We've been doing it for such a long time. We've grown up as a family.
This is my best friend.
I got to watch these kids grow up, which was the biggest gift that this show has given me.
As exciting and grand as we always seem to get, like season by season, it still feels like the same group of nerds from the first season.
Fireball!
That's because it is.
It's part of the magic of this show, even as we evolve, even as the storytelling becomes more epic.
And you explode through!
It's always anchored in these characters that we love.
Whether they're a popular dude or some band nerd, a parent, a teacher, a Russian scientist, everybody sort of feels like they're kind of an outcast. And I think this show is about like bringing people like that together.
Yes.
It's that classic tale of good and evil. And the good guys are so good and the bad guys are so bad.
It's true.
This is the biggest season
Look
we've ever
at that.
had in terms of action, in terms of visual effects, in terms of story. Ultimately, what people want is they want to see these characters together one last time.
It's more of an
Nice.
adventure and more of a mission, which I really like. Everybody is really put into the thick of it.
I will just say that is one of the things that I've enjoyed less about some of the previous seasons, is how much time apart a lot of the characters spent. And I know for the sake of progressing the story, sometimes that has to happen, but I'm really hoping that we get a lot more of an ensemble feel, you know, everybody together, and everyone doing their bit, rather than, you know, little subgroups off doing too much by themselves.
No one is sitting back on a walkie-talkie. Everyone is full
That sounds good.
throttle, going for it.
Every episode is bigger than the last.
Oh, look at this.
This is a season about like fighting to the bone, you know, even when you don't know that you're gonna win.
It's the highest stakes that the show has ever been. It's just so exciting that we got to start this thing, but now finish it out all together.
It's about the people you make it with. It's about getting to make something that you believe in. If you have that, you can do anything, really.
We've come full circle. The fans will be truly satisfied with the ending.
I hope so. Nice. Yeah, I thought it was probably going to be something along those lines. It was kind of old footage with the cast being interviewed, and then a bit of new footage mixed in to tease it. I guess that's what I wanted from it. So in that respect, I got exactly what I wanted from it. As I was saying though, it does feel like an 80s, movie like The Goonies, like Stand By Me, like all of these films that are about a bunch of young outcasts, really sort of just figuring an adventure out as they go and eventually saving the day. Question mark. I don't know if that's going to happen in this show, because it's not clear whether it'll end on a good note or a bad note. Still, to now. But when they were talking about it, reading that pilot, and it just felt so pure, and innocent, and that's what I think they meant by it. It harkened back to those days where kids were kids and they played D&D with their friends. Despite being someone who is eternally online, I have 2 kids, and I still wish that my eldest, who does have a phone now because he's old enough to be at secondary school, so we felt like he needed one. He spends a lot of time on it. We try and control it a little bit, but I also don't want to be that parent that shuts down anything like that, because in the modern day, maybe his future could lie in content creation, and I don't want to stifle that. But also it's sad that they don't get that same experience now. That's why I'm really happy. I talk about my era as being the era of like the emo revolution, where it became more about like the My Chemical Romance, Fall Out Boy style emo rather than early Midwestern emo. But my generation, it was also about, I think, that step. So as a kid, I still got the sort of playing outdoors with your friends, not really having a computer. We didn't have a computer in our house until I was, I think 11, and even then it wasn't a particularly brilliant piece of kit. And even when we did get the internet to it, you were only allowed on it after 6, and then only for an hour or 2 maximum before you came off it, to give you the rest of the family chance to go on it and then go to bed. So it wasn't like you didn't have this entire world at your fingertips. But I've also really enjoyed, as I've gotten older, getting used to that world, and I've enjoyed having both of those things. So I can fully appreciate where they were coming from when they said, that the story feels like it's coming from that first half of my life where there wasn't much going on in terms of technology. And I think that's why you sort of feel drawn to these characters, because, especially at my age, they feel like, if I'd have been born a little bit earlier, because believe it or not, guys, I'm not quite old enough to have been, the age these kids are in the 80s. I was only born in 89, so I was a wee baby in the bit of the 80s I was alive in. But yeah, I just think it's really interesting, just as a concept of the innocence being more about, I suppose, freedom from technology in a lot of ways. Anyway, you probably don't care about all of that, but I just thought I'd say it. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to the last season of Stranger Things. I'm still unsure of whether I'm going to cover it here, because as you'll have still noticed, I've still got 3 episodes of Heartstopper to edit, and that's been a literal year. I recorded it last October, and I still haven't edited the last 3 episodes. I hate editing TV shows. It takes so long, so I only do it for the really big stuff. This is really big, so I might be tempted out of hiding. I don't know. Let me know if you'd like to see it. Let me know. But yeah, thank you for dropping by, and I'll see you again for another reaction video very soon.